Hi, everyone. How are you doing? So, I hope everyone over here, all the attendees are keeping themselves safe and they are taking good care of their health during this pandemic. So, hello, students, and welcome to this webinar on effective note taking skills. Now, why is it so important to understand that what do you say? Note taking is such an effective skill, and how would it be helping you out? So, definitely, understanding and taking effective notes is very, very important because it not only teaches you how to be attentive in the class, because if you know that if you have to take notes, definitely you would be attentive and not sleeping in the class, and you are actively listening to your teacher. It also helps you to remember the topics that you've studied, and it helps you to make connections. So if you have suppose studied a topic in history, and there are several dates that you need to remember, till the time you do not take your notes, you would probably not remember those dates, and you would have to refer to the textbooks again and again. And it serves as a quality review material also. So not only again review material, it also helps you in remembering and memorizing the concepts. If you are completely dependent on the textbooks and if you do not take notes, it might be possible that if your teacher has mentioned something important which is over and above the textbook, you might not remember that, and it would be it would not serve the purpose, basically, because you would not also remember the topics, and you would not be able to perform also well in your exam. So that is why, students, it's very, very important that you should get into the habit of taking notes. I know a lot of you are already in that habit, but still, if you aren't, then please get into that habit. And there are certain tips which I would be discussing, which would be helping you in taking effective notes and helping you in basically grasping and covering all the topics what have been taught, right? So number one is gather your note taking material, right? So whatever material that you are using to take notes, whether you like taking notes through your laptop, or whether you like taking notes through a pen and paper method, so make sure that your laptops are charged, they are in perfect working condition. You should always carry a pen in your class, and that pen which writes properly and which does not have a probability of stopping in between. Take a copy which has got enough number of pages, okay? That would ensure that your note taking material is completely ready, and you're not like scouring for what do you say, pen, or you're not left in the lurch when suppose if your laptop does not work, right? So apart from getting good material and gathering note taking materials, you should come prepared as well. So when I say you should come prepared, I mean to say that the last day's class notes, whatever you have taken, it's always a very good practice that you should be prepared with the previous day's notes, and then you come back to take the next day notes. That would help you in making a connection between the topics that were taught on the previous day and the current day's topic, and that would help you in getting that flow to take notes. Number one. Number two is, in case if your teacher ends up repeating the same concepts, then you know that what is to be written and what needs not to be written. Because if you end up repeating the same thing again and again, it would take your time, and you would probably miss something which your teacher is teaching, which needs to be written. Okay. Number three is be an active listener. Now, when I talk about note taking skills, a lot of students equate it with blindly taking notes and taking copious notes also. So, what they do is they just fix their hand on the paper and they just keep on writing, 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 and writing. And by the time they go back home and they just have a look at their notes, they don't understand that what is of importance and what is not so important. Okay, so that is why it's very, very important that you need to be an attentive and active listener, and whatever topic that your teacher is teaching, so that you can identify what are the main concepts of it, what would be of importance, what would be of prime importance, so that you end up jotting down those points first, and then looking at the other details. Now, one another very good method to do that is that if you have carried a pen and paper with you, right, you can divide your page into two halves, where you first write the main points and then you cover the details beneath in the second half of the paper. Okay, and one very simple way to equate that what would be important is just think that if this topic is coming in the exam, then what would be the questions which could be asked. Okay, so for example, if I'm studying about the Mughal dynasty, again in history, then definitely the prime question that would come to me is that when did the Mughal dynasty start, or who was the first king of the Mughal dynasty, and how many kings were there. So these are the main points. So I would jot down the main points, and then probably I would cover the frills. This is like one of the ways that you could look at. Otherwise, different students have their own ways also to taking notes. And till date, even if a lot of students, they do use computers, but I have seen a lot of students taking notes by hand. Okay, and I think so you should continue with this, because although typing speed could be very fast and you could end up collecting more information, but there is a research which has shown that if you make notes by hand, it would help you actually in remembering the topic. And when you end up repeating the same thing in the exam, you actually, your memory has flashes of the time when you're taking those notes. So it would help you in actually repeating those sentences in the exam also. Another thing is that when we have to work a little more hard and we have to take down our notes by hand, it would not only improve our handwriting, okay, it would also improve our writing speed, students, which is very, very important when you are writing an exam. Because I've again heard a lot of students discussing and saying that they knew most of the questions answers, but they were not able to cover the entire question paper, because there were only 2 hours given for it and the question paper was very lengthy. So again, taking notes by hand would improve your writing speed as well, which is again very important to perform in the exam. um, and don't be afraid also to ask your questions. Okay, now notes taking does not mean that you would just dig your head into your pen and paper, and you would just keep taking copious notes and without understanding the topic or without asking a question. Okay, wherever you have a doubt, you should always raise your hand and you should ask your question to your teacher, so that when your doubt gets clear, then definitely the quality of notes that you're writing, it also improves, right? So it's very, very important that you keep asking your questions also. And you can use shorthand to write notes. Now, students, it might interest you to know that shorthand is a technique. It is a separate course and a career field altogether, wherein this course would teach you special symbols, where you could summarize the notes. And shorthand as a technique is used by a lot of stenographers in areas where, what do you say, they cannot afford to miss a single sentence, or they cannot afford to miss a single line what has been dictated, and within a given time, within the limited time, they end up recording everything. So suppose if I'm talking about a magistrate, okay, and the magistrate is delivering a court order, then definitely the stenographer who's sitting to record the proceedings, that person, if that person uses shorthand to record all the proceedings, then it would be helpful, because magistrate would speak in his flow, right? He would not wait for the stenographer to take notes. And it's very, it would be very important for the stenographer also to record each and every word whatever the magistrate is speaking, because it's a court order, and it's very important to record each and every word, because even if a single word gets missed, then the entire meaning of a judgment would be changed. Okay, so this is again one of the courses which teaches special symbols to record conversations and take notes. However, it's your choice. You could learn stenography or you do not learn. By here, when I say you could use shorthand, I mean to say you could devise your own symbols also. Okay, like WITH, with. Okay, you could use it as WT, or A and B. Rather than writing A and D, you could use a plus sign. Okay, so these special symbols, and nowadays you have this SMS culture where you have short forms for every word. That would also be useful for you when you are taking notes. Again, a lot of students that I have seen, they use a very graphic method of taking notes, wherein they draw symbols, they draw arrows. Okay, and I think so. When it comes to taking notes, you need to ascertain first that whether writing each and every word, or probably expressing it through symbols, or using a graphical method where you could probably draw a flow chart, or you could use certain what do you say, graphics to denote the meaning of the entire chapter. You need to devise that what mode would be more comfortable with, and what would be helpful in you in memorizing the topics after the class. Okay, and once you figure out that, you could use that in your note taking skills. Okay, and last but not the least, while you could request your teachers to be a little slow in probably speaking, so that you could record their lectures, in case if they are short on time, you could also carry a recording device such as a mobile phone, or a recorder, and with their due permission you could record their lessons, so that once you get back home after the class, you could listen to their conversations, and you could make your notes, right? Now, students, again, note taking skills are very, very important, because right now you're in your school, and probably your teachers might stop to explain you something, or if you have missed a class, you could borrow your friend's notebook to see the notes, or you are at a liberty where you have a textbook, and you could refer to it, right? But students, when you are looking at courses post your grade 12, which is your undergraduate courses, a lot of courses would be technical courses, and you would be surprised to know that these courses necessarily would not give you that blackboard and chalk methodology of teaching. Okay, or it would not be specified that what textbook are you supposed to use, right? So there would not be any textbook kind of a funda. So suppose if you're studying marketing, then there are 3-4 books in the library for marketing, where you are supposed to refer to those 3-4 books and make your own notes, right? So till the time you are not in the habit of understanding what is important and what is not important, and then what do you say, categorizing and then making your notes, once you go to a technical education, once you go to your undergraduate, then you cannot just depend on one textbook, or you cannot depend only on your friend. And also, let me tell you, students, the ones who are looking at education abroad, or the ones who are looking at probably what do you say, again, technical education. So one very important method that you would find different is that rather than the blackboard and chalk methodology of teaching, They use the project method where you could be asked to make assignments. You would be divided into groups. You would be asked to make assignments and then carry those assignments and present it in the class, so that if you are being given 10 groups are given 10 topics. So in one class, without the teacher actually teaching all those 10 topics, all the students would gain clarity on 10 topics, right? So again, for that also you need effective note taking skills, because once you're preparing your assignments, my dear students, you'll have to refer to books in the library, and that would not be just one textbook, that could be multiple books. Okay. So again, I would like to reiterate, note taking skills are very, 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 very important. That would help you in a lot of ways, which I have already discussed. Okay. Another point that I wanted to mention is, students, in this lockdown period, I would want you to make effective use of it. It's actually like a golden period to use, specifically the ones who are studying in grade 9, 10, and 11, to do your college and career planning. So please kindly ask questions. Please kindly get in touch with experts, get in touch with counselors, be in touch with Univerity, okay, to understand and to know what all extracurriculars you need to do, what steps you need to do to keep yourself prepared. Are there any opportunities which you could avail during the lockdown period, so that you could be career ready and college ready? Okay. So with this, I end my session, and I would invite you for your questions. If there are any questions, you could ask. Manya, you don't need to rewrite the entire chapter, because if you're rewriting something, then it means that that already has been written. So that was actually the point which I made, that you don't need to rewrite something which is already there. You could probably note down your teacher's perspective, which is not given in the textbook. Ritika, you firstly need to improve your writing speed, child. Okay. And you could do it by taking notes more often. By writing faster, you could devise your symbols, as I had mentioned in my presentation. And by meter, I think so that would come through constant practice. So you need to get into the practice of writing more. Just read history, I understand it's a lengthy subject. You could probably devise a flowchart method to write your notes. So, for example, Akbar is the son of Babur, and something like that. So, I'm sorry, my history is pathetic, but still, I'm just an example. So, Kanak, you should definitely read the book and all the study material. But when you are preparing your notes, the first draft that you're preparing of your notes, it's important that you should visit your textbooks, right? And then you prepare the first draft of the notes. That would take a little time, but that would ensure that you would not end up looking and re-looking to your textbooks. Yes, Simran, this would be available on YouTube after a couple of days. Anha, there's a very simple method to distinguish what is important and what is not so important. Just keep yourself in the teacher's shoes, and see that if this topic would come in the exam, then what are the probable questions, and that would classify as important. Manya, I just answered your question. So when you sit to write notes, you don't need to rewrite the entire chapter. Okay, please kindly write your notes in symbols, and I mean, when you are also writing, deduce the important points from the chapter and write those only. Arunish, I understand recorder and phones are not allowed. So that means that you need to be a little more vigilant in your school. However, even if recorder and phones are not allowed, but your teachers are kind enough, if I compare them to undergrad education and the ones who teach in technical institutions, as compared to them, your class 11 and 12 teachers would definitely be kind and considerate enough to repeat something. So Lavanya, you could like number your notes. So point number 1, which is one main point, and then subpoints A, B, and C. Point number 2, and then subpoints A, B, and C. So this is something which you could do. Arunish, UPSC notes, I'm really sorry I won't be able to guide you, because UPSC could be done after undergraduate, and we guide students towards their undergraduate planning, not for their postgraduate. Vanshika, you could take help from your teachers to decide what is important. Even if you're not liking something, that chapter has a probability of coming in the exam. So if that chapter is coming in exam, then what are the important points, and then you make notes accordingly. Yes, definitely color coding is good in notes, Weber. So for subjects, Kanak, where there are so many theories and definitions and examples, you could probably devise a flowchart method to make notes. Yes, you can definitely color code your notes, Anhar. Sahasra, you need to start practicing on your writing speed, and there's no other way to probably write down faster is to practice. Okay, so students, I am really happy that there are a lot of questions on note taking, so you understand and you realize the importance of note taking skills. Please give me a big shout out if you like this webinar. And I would want you to please note down an email ID, guideme@univerity.com. In case if you have questions regarding your college planning and career planning process, and how you could make yourself career ready in the lockdown period, because I know there would be a lot of activities which you could have probably planned for, but the lockdown happened and you cannot go out. So please kindly make a note of this ID, and yes, guideme@univerity.com, and you could use this ID to write your questions regarding how could we help you in getting college ready and career ready. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I know there are a lot of questions. However, I might not be able to answer each of them. But at least please, this discussion has been initiated, and I have shared certain points, but even these points are not the limitation. You are free to go ahead and devise your own ways. See, the outcome needs to be final, which is you remembering the topic and you performing well in the exam. Okay, the way that you choose needs to be your own. Okay, and I've just given you certain tips and tricks how to go about it. Okay, thank you, students. Thank you so much. Bye bye, all of you, and stay safe.